Ever wish your energy boost came in a candy form instead of a can filled with sketchy stuff? Meet Energy Rocks, like the Pop Rocks you loved as a kid, but now supercharged for adults. Just pour these tasty pineapple mango or cherry berry crystals into your mouth and pop, you're on. In under 3 minutes, you'll feel clean, focused energy from natural caffeine, B12, and L-theanine without the crash. No pills, no mixing, no weird drinks, just pocket-sized popping power ready anytime, anywhere. Energy Rocks, candy with a purpose. Pop, focus, go with Energy Rocks. Use code INFO on the go 20 off to get 20% off your order or click the link in the show notes.
Hi, I'm William,
And I'm Kat.
and that makes this a dash of info.
Little things you want to know.
So, Kat, do you have a father?
I might have one, maybe two.
Uh,
It's a complicated story.
yeah, no. I get it. You want me to start that over again or no?
No, you're good. I thought it was funny, haha.
Yeah, I have a father too, as well. I'm assuming by what we're talking about here, we've got to be talking about Father's Day, right?
Yes,
And I think every family, just like Mother's Day, every family has their own little traditions and whatnot. But we thought we would kind of get into like a little bit of the history of Father's Day.
absolutely. It's a day to express gratitude and appreciation for the vital roles fathers and father figures play in shaping families and communities.
While its origins and traditions vary widely across different cultures, the holiday complements other family centered celebrations like Mother's Day, Siblings Day, and Grandparents' Day.
But the history of Father's Day dates back centuries in some countries.
In Catholic parts of Europe, it has been celebrated as St. Joseph's Day on March 19th since the Middle Ages. This is in honor of Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus Christ.
This tradition continues in many Catholic nations, emphasizing the spiritual significance of fatherhood.
The Eastern Orthodox Church commemorates the Sunday of the Forefathers observed on the second Sunday before Nativity, which falls between December 11th and December 17th.
This feast honors Christ's ancestors according to the flesh, starting with Adam and emphasizing the patriarch Abraham, who was promised by God.
In thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. Genesis 12:3. It also includes the ancestors of Mary, the mother of Jesus, along with various prophets.
This celebration reflects a deep reverence for the lineage of Christ and the pivotal role of patriarchs in biblical history.
In Catholic Europe, the celebration of fatherhood traces back to at least 1508. Wow,
Because
that's
I
a little
can't.
ways back there, isn't it?
It is. It is a ways back there. I didn't think it went back that far.
I I didn't either until we started digging into it, and it's like, wow.
A customary day to honor fathers has long been associated with St. Joseph's Day, celebrated on March 19th.
Saint Joseph, revered as the fatherly nutrition domini, or nourisher of the Lord, and the punitive father of Jesus in Southern European tradition, became the central figure of this observance.
The Spanish and Portuguese later brought the tradition to the Americas.
The Catholic Church actively supported St. Joseph's Day as a celebration of fatherhood, with its origins possibly rooted in the 14th century or early 15th century, reportedly initiated by the Franciscans.
In Coptic Orthodox Church, fatherhood is also celebrated on St. Joseph's Day, though the Coptic religion observes it on July 20th, potentially dating back to the 5th century.
Father's Day in the United States has its roots in the early 20th century, drawing inspiration from the establishment of Mother's Day. So, which one came first?
The movement to create a day specifically honoring fathers began with Sonora Smart Dodd, a woman who was raised by her widowed father.
Inspired by his dedication, Dobb spearheaded efforts in Spokane, Washington to create a day of recognition.
The first official Father's Day was celebrated on June 19th, 1910, a date that marked the beginning of what would become a beloved annual tradition.
The origins of Father's Day include several milestones.
In 1908, Grace Golden Clayton proposed a one-time memorial service for fathers after a tragic mining disaster in West Virginia that left many families grieving their fathers.
Wow, that's got to be devastating.
That's super sad. I mean,
Yeah.
and in a mining accident, I don't even know if they were even able to bury a physical person, you know?
Yeah, and think about it. I mean, we're talking about a time when the male dominance was the provider, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can't even imagine how that affected that community. However, her idea did not gain widespread support. In 1909, Dodd was inspired by a Mother's Day sermon, realizing fathers deserved similar recognition.
Her efforts culminated in Spokane celebration in 1910.
As the idea gained traction, Father's Day received growing attention from political leaders.
In 1916, President Woodrow Wilson publicly honored the occasion by celebrating it with his family.
By 1924, President Calvin Coolidge encouraged state governments to observe the day officially.
However, Father's Day remained unofficial for decades.
It wasn't until 1966 that President Lyndon B. Johnson signed an executive order designating the third Sunday of June as Father's Day.
And finally, in 1972, President Richard Nixon signed a bill into law making Father's Day a national holiday.
Over time, Father's Day has become a cherished occasion for families to honor the influence, love, and sacrifices of fathers and father figures. Hey, so I just want to clarify here, you don't have to be a father to be a father figure in someone's life.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. The holiday serves as a reminder to celebrate the vital role fathers play in shaping lives and fostering strong family bonds.
And as always, we wanted to know how Father's Day is celebrated worldwide.
The timing and traditions of the holiday vary greatly depending on the country.
While many nations have embraced the U.S. tradition of celebrating on the third Sunday in June, others follow their own unique customs and dates, reflecting cultural and historical significance.
A significant number of countries, including the United States, Canada, Argentina, the Czech Republic, Panama, Qatar, and Hungary, celebrate Father's Day on the third Sunday of June.
This tradition, popularized by the U.S., is also observed in Mexico, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, and Ecuador. It is often marked by family gatherings, gifts, and special recognition for fathers and father figures. On Mother's Day, people take the mom out, right? But on Father's Day, guess what? Fathers are expected to cook, right? Or grill. Isn't that like,
Possibly grill, yes. Grilling is definitely done in the families that I've known to celebrate Father's Day.
hey, I'm not complaining because I do love to cook. I cook for I cook a lot, but
Well,
I love to do
and not only that, most of the father figures that I know prefer that nobody else touch their grilling equipment.
it. I would agree with that 100%.
In Catholic countries such as Italy, Spain, and Portugal, Father's Day coincides with the feast of Saint Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus, and a symbol of fatherly devotion.
This day, celebrated on March 19th, emphasizes spiritual reverence and family values. Honduras also observes Father's Day on this date, continuing the Catholic tradition brought over from Europe.
In Scandinavian nations, including Sweden, Finland, Norway, Iceland, and Estonia, they celebrate Father's Day on the second Sunday of November.
This timing aligns with the end of the harvest season in many northern countries, symbolizing gratitude and preparation for winter.
Which makes sense, though, because they relied heavily on the harvest. And so I guess it'd be kind of like Thanksgiving for them.
Yeah, and it has spiritual roots. So, yes, I would agree with you 100%. It does make sense for them to celebrate during that time of year.
In Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, and Papua New Guinea, Father's Day is celebrated on the first Sunday of September.
This date marks the beginning of spring in the Southern Hemisphere, marking it as a cheerful time for outdoor celebrations and family gatherings. But as always, we wanted to kind of explore some other unique dates.
Several countries have distinct days for honoring fathers, often tied to national history or significant figures.
Thailand, Father's Day is celebrated on December 5th, which is the birthday of the late King Bali Bama Bali Day, a beloved figure regarded as the father of the nation. Families typically wear yellow and participate in acts of kindness and charity. I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, yeah, celebrating an old king. Sounds nice.
Well, I mean, wearing yellow and participating in acts of kindness, like I think that's spectacular.
No, that is nice. I like that part too.
Yeah.
In China, Father's Day falls on the third Sunday of June, following the international tradition.
Romania, Father's Day is observed on the second Sunday of May, aligned with the Mother's Day, reflecting a dual celebration of parental contributions. I kind of like that too, celebrating both in one day.
Right.
I don't know. I think mothers really deserve their own day.
I don't know. I think both mothers and fathers deserve their own day respectively. Fathers that are involved, that is.
True, because anybody can plant a seed, but not everybody can make the plant grow, right?
Right.
Germany, known as Ascension Day, Father's Day in Germany coincides with the 40th day after Easter. It is often celebrated with hiking trips, picnics, and sometimes a tradition known as Herrentag or Men's Day, which focuses on camaraderie among men. I
I
don't
like the
know.
idea of hiking trips and picnics.
Yeah, I do too. I love hiking trips for sure.
Right. And why not have a picnic at the end of a long trip?
Okay.
In the Middle East, it's celebrated on June 21st in Jordan, Egypt, Lebanon, Kosovo, Syria, and the United Arab Emirates to honor fathers, coinciding with the summer solstice, a symbol of light and life.
Father's Day serves as a unifying occasion across cultures, even as its dates and traditions differ.
Whether celebrated with heartfelt gestures, spiritual reflections, or community gatherings, it is a day to honor the love, guidance, and sacrifices of fathers and paternal figures worldwide.
The diversity in timing and customs enriches the significance of this holiday, showcasing how universal values of family and appreciation transcends borders. Wow, Kat, that was kind of unique. It didn't have the details of Mother's Day. It seems like it was rooted as a spiritual day that kind of evolved, but it's still somewhat spiritual too.
Yeah, I mean, celebrating your parents regardless, it's still pretty spiritual.
True. I would agree with that. And we would like to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Happy Father's Day, fathers.
Kat, that's pretty much all I've got.
Me too. If you would like to support this podcast, tell a friend and help get the word out.
If you would like to help us keep the show going, you can do so at Patreon. The link is in the show notes.
And William and I want to thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you so much for listening.
Join the Facebook group at Info on the Go
Share with us your show ideas.
or ask us a question.
Subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcast.
Send us a text using the link in the show notes or leave a review.
Email us at,
Info on the Go podcast at gmail.com.
and yes, that is all one word. Till next time.
Stay curious.